This time on Secrets of Solana.
That's fine. If I can't put them in my pocket, I'm not too worried about them right now.
That's a window behind the Duke, right?
Yes, that is a window.
How high up are we?
Yeah, the Vigil don't fight monsters. They just fight defenseless civilians.
Whew, finally got back from the bathroom, everyone. Really, the plague started this all. That's how we all got in this strange group.
Perhaps you'd be able to tell us a story or two about our friend. Maybe we can get to understand him a little better.
Read and read and read as much as I possibly can. I'm just going to bolt my ass to a chair and...
I wonder if he'd be okay with me calling you Zergo. Just for a little while.
Pass me a knife.
Okay, puts a knife between butt cheeks, does a backflip, and throws it at you.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Catches it with my mouth.
Okay, well, Norman's going to recreate what he did the first time and start stealing anything that's not nailed down by standing behind the guard so that he can't see you. And it's not even anything.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, it's not even anything important. It's just spoons. Just stuff in his pockets full of rich people stuff.
So, let's see. Okay. The Duke, he escorted the party with his butler, who kept repouring his wine glass as they were escorted through the manor. Let's get a stealth roll first from Norman.
All right. How does that nat 20 do?
Wow.
Norman's pockets are dragging on the ground.
Nothing that of these items in this area are magical by any means. Expensive, priceless, that sort of stuff. Some very ancient.
Yep.
So as you're taking items, there's no guards, surprisingly, in the treasured rarities area, as the butler is leading you into the office. Let me see. What was I trying to say here? Okay, in the corner of your eye, you see that there was like a shadowy figure, but it quickly darted out of your sight, so you didn't get a good glimpse at it.
That's fine. If I can't put them in my pocket, I'm not too worried about them right now.
All right, so everybody should be moved into the office with Knob, and the Duke will have Klutzy sitting beside Blythe. As she enters the office and goes to sit by Blythe, she quickly slides a paper into Knob's possession and into his lap.
That's a window behind the Duke, right?
Yes, that is a window.
How high up are we?
Let's see.
Knob jumps out the window.
Give me a history check.
No, I don't like it.
Well, he'd be able to safely bet that if he did jump out that window, he wouldn't make it.
Yes, he would. He can fly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Yeah, I can fly.
that's true.
the DM forgot that Knob can fly.
It depends on what you want to do. If you wanted to die, you could.
Yeah. Yeah, I could.
Knob breaks his neck trying to jump out the window.
Now, as for the rest of you, how are you? Are you all doing all right? I hear you're formidable foes, actually, when it comes to slaying monsters, at least trolls, from what I hear.
Where did you hear this? Who told you?
I heard it from
Nobody. We haven't told nobody.
Heard it from the constable first, and then while Knob wasn't here, we talked a little bit prior, but then you guys entered with a clown, and he just gestures towards the window.
Well, yes, we did slay a couple of trolls. We slayed 4, to be precise. We could have done more, but there weren't more there.
Essentially.
How comparable might that be to slaying other monsters? Liverport has a bit of a monster problem here and there.
Yes, I've noticed that there's been more vigil in the area recently.
Yes. Reason being is you may have heard that Valeport has completely quarantined. Well, a lot of the ships that were supposed to be docking in Liverport have actually made their way to other port cities, and Liverport here has received many. But we've got an uptake in Vigil Inquisitors. They're wanting to make sure that the Veilport plague does not reach our shores.
So you don't really have any sort of warriors or adventurers here in your own town?
Not really. I've tried other Vigil Inquisitors for the problem going around here in the keep itself, but they all turned up dead.
Yeah, the Vigil don't fight monsters. They just fight defenseless civilians.
They normally go after like novice wizards or a farmer who dug up some weird stuff when he was tilling the fields and things like that.
Oh, I see.
But you asked how comparable fighting trolls is to other monsters, but never gave an example. Like what other monsters?
I'm no monster expert, so I'm not sure.
Well, then we don't know.
If it has anything to do with Veilport, it's probably some sort of undead, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, here in my case, yes, definitely undead. This one, whatever it is, it's how do I put it? Pretty much a year ago, my wife died of. Unfortunately, she threw herself from our balcony of the master bedroom, and as of the past few months, we've had her reappearing. She seems to haunt the halls. Those that have went up against her and lived to tell the tale, which hasn't been much, but they said it was something akin to fighting mist.
Okay.
Well, I think that this has been a productive meeting, but I don't think that we have room in our busy schedule to fight any more ghosts.
I'd like to hear more about what he has to say.
I was saying I had a spell to deal with this.
Oh, proceed. Well, actually, before that, if I may inform you a little bit more, the Vigil did approach it with holy relics and silver, but it didn't seem to have much of an effect. Now,
Because they didn't have me there.
yeah, it kind of killed them quite mercilessly, and I get the feeling they're poorly trained.
They are.
Now, as for you lot, do you remember quite what the constable quoted me at offering you?
At least a galleon.
At least a galleon. Oh,
Yeah.
the ship?
Yeah, because we got into a bit of a conversation and we were talking about how badly we needed a ship to be able to get around the Cape. And he was like, oh, well, the Duke has a job and he'd most likely be able to offer you at least enough to get the galleon and possibly a couple of crewmen if you do something like this. He'll really talk you up, Duke.
He is a good friend of mine. But, yes, I should be able to provide you with your own galleon ship and a full crew.
Oh, but our captain did just fly out the window.
Not a problem. I could see about a different captain.
I've heard of this one woman. I think her name was Heather?
So, have you all eaten?
Don't think so. Oh yeah, Norman and Blythe both had a liquid breakfast.
Liquid breakfast. Oh, like me and my wine, he says as he holds out his cup and he goes to sip it, but it's empty. He's like,
No, we had big
where
boy
did that butler go?
We had big boy stuff. We didn't have wine. We had absinthe.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Well, how about some solid food? My cooks are always busy downstairs feeding the rest of the staff at different intervals. I'm sure they could fix a pretty hearty breakfast for all of you.
We need sausages.
Dude,
Sausages.
Big meaty sausages.
Oh, Quincy.
Let's say you, Norman, what would you like to eat for breakfast?
Well, since we are in fine dining, I could say, why not a Lord's luncheon? Oh, things like lobster, young lamb fresh from the flock, some extravagant vegetables and fruits from across the land. That is, of course, the Lord can afford it. I understand how hard times are these days financially with the plague and with everyone moving in.
Sounds like he's doing pretty good.
I should very much be able to afford that, I believe.
Wonderful.
Perhaps you could tell us a little
Simple.
bit more about the job that we might be undertaking.
Yeah, why is your wife killing people in your house?
Not sure. It's not much like herself at all, how she was when she was alive. But she does wander the halls, specifically on this floor only. She never messes with the staff, and as long as you don't invite her into your bedroom, she cannot enter.
Mhm.
Interesting. So this floor, did she by chance throw herself through the window behind you? Because I think you might have a cursed window frame.
Oh
I'm
no, not
seeing
that
it now.
window.
I mean, honestly, that was a good call, Quincy.
Oh no, this means that
Wasn't that
Knob's going to come
window.
back as some weird monster in the middle of the night.
Oh god.
No, okay. So that door to your left, there's my master bedroom. Please don't enter it. I like my privacy. My master bathroom, I mean. And south of that, from here on the property structure, is the master bedroom and my balcony. And that's where she threw herself.
What was her name?
Oh yes, her name.
It took longer than 2 seconds to remember her name. I think I know why she threw herself off the balcony.
No, her name was Anais Reneus, and Blythe with a history check.
So it will be a 13.
Okay, Anais Park. It's named after her. It's north of Reneus Keep, and Blythe may remember it from passing through this town, this city.
I heard you had a library. I was wondering if there was any way I could do some research.
He says, "No problem. I'll lead you there while I lead everyone else to breakfast." And he gets up and he staggers a little bit to his right, and then he starts leading the party out of the office through the treasured rarities again. And he says, "For the rest of you, you can just wait here at the staircase. We'll head down in a little bit." And you, he points at Quincy, and he says, "This way to the library."
Trying to
learn
do
it.
some research
Okay, well.
on a specific dragon. There's some ancient history of the area.
If there's anything about a dragon, you'd be able to find it down here in the library then. Chances are. Oh, I used to love books of such as that when I was a child growing up. I just can't remember them like I used to, though. Leave this spot to you. When you're all hungry, come down for whatever you want to eat whenever. And he steps back down the hallway, leads the party down the staircase. Meanwhile, Quincy, give me an investigation check.
15.
15. Okay.
I'm going to attempt to backtrack the information that I have. So we found the skeleton at the orphanage. And then we know that
Right.
the orphanage was owned by Lady Willow. So it's very likely that Lady Willow owned the skeleton in it as well. Trying to see if there's any records on like possession of the dragon bones or any files on it moving locations or anything like that. I'm casting a wide net.
Let's have you roll a d12.
That's a 12 spot on.
12 spot on. Okay. So, let me get one more investigation roll with that. This is just for an additional thing.
That's a 2.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So you're looking through, and then you still do find what you're looking for. There's a book. It's got this sort of dragon scale pattern on the binding on the cover of the books. And what languages do you speak, Quincy?
That's common and giant.
Common and giant. Okay. I'm going to give you Sylvan by default for Bog. That said, this is written in giant. And it basically says, like, the recorded history of giants. No, the recorded history of dragons made by the giant nomads of Northcrest. I think is. Did I say that? Yeah, Northcrest. So, after as he's researching, everybody else has a hearty meal. Eggs, sausages, blood sausage, if that's your thing. Just about anything you could think of during this time period. They're fixing it for you and filling you up. And you can see that Klutzy has got several slices of buttered toast, and she's wolfing down omelets.
I know that the owner of the home took Quincy into the library and left us alone in the treasure room for a very short amount of time.
Well, you were actually in front of the stairs at that time. After placing your order with the chefs in the kitchen, everybody's returned here to the common room on the third floor, right outside the treasured rarities. So there is a spot where you do return to the treasured rarities room, unsupervised, technically.
I want to steal.
You want to try to steal some more?
I want to steal.
Roll stealth with advantage.
All right, that's a 3. Let's get one more. Shoot. Well, what's a 20 give me?
So nobody sees you as you're in the treasured rarities area. You do notice from around the corner heading towards the stairway, you see just a shadowy figure in the corner of your eyes, but as you go to look, it vanishes again.
All right, so I'm guessing, I don't know, hiding in the umbrella bucket. Just hiding in the treasured rarities room. So
it darts out of sight when that happens. Are you hiding, or?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell Blythe, I'm in the bathroom, and I'm just going to just bolt.
That's what he hears before you leave the common room. After a while of you waiting in this little hiding spot, you see a shadowy hooded figure walk north, coming from the hallway with the stairs, and then peering into the into the common room, just slightly from the edge of the corner as best as it can. And it looks humanoid in stance, I guess, but from the way you hear it walking, it has a slight limp to it, and it's got a huge hunch, it's all hunched over, and its left shoulder area is much higher up than the right shoulder area.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep hiding until it leaves.
So at one point, while you're hidden, perfectly hidden so well that nobody sees you, the figure turns around and you see stitches, and you see these parts of a face that don't look like they belong to each other proportionately. The right side of its face is much larger than the left side of the eye area of this face. The jaw is kind of slack here and there, and there's different colors and the different parts of the face that are stitched together. The eyes are a little bit widespread, one slightly off to the right, and it looks in your direction, but it doesn't seem to see you. And then it peers back into the corner of the room where nobody is seeing it from inside the common room, but you're able to see it.
All right. Then I guess I'm just going to keep hiding until it completely leaves.
Alas, it does go to leave in a haste, and you can hear it kind of limping in its walk, in its gait.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so with the treasured rarities, let me roll here to see what else Norman gets. All right, immediately he does see that there's a silver vigil cross crucifix, pure silver, and it's at least the quality of it is worth 80 silver. And another cross made pretty much the same way. You pocket them both when you hear steps coming up.
Oh God. Okay. Is the steps approaching similar to the Dukes, or the is it similar to the Dukes or to the mysterious figure?
From what you hear, it's got to be the Dukes.
Okay. Do I have time to bolt back and be like, "Whew, Finally got back from the bathroom, everyone.
If you roll athletics.
Oh, geez. Okay. Athletics. Let's see. Ooh, what's a 19 do?
Okay, 19, you're great. Roll initiative with advantage.
That's a 20, and then 15, so 20.
Okay, so you're inside the room. You're able to take a seat either next to Klutzy or Blythe. You're able to keep yourself from like breathing too hard or working up a sweat as you dart to that seat. By the time you've consoled yourself fully, is when the Duke steps in and arrives.
Perfect. Wonderful. That's exactly what I was trying to do. Okay, now I'm just going to play it cool.
So from there, he's clearly got a full glass of wine in his hand as he goes and takes a seat beside Klutzy. How does a clown, a tiefling, and a gnome all become friends?
And the other one. And Knob is a fairy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And a fairy.
He goes, what? Anna Fairy? Who's Anna Fairy?
Knob is a fairy before he flew away.
Ah, that explains the wings.
And the broken window. To tell you the truth, we just met Blythe. So, really, the plague started this all. That's how we all got in this strange group trying to get away.
Oh, refuge from the plague. I see. Well, actually, I kind of rejoined this group after. I mean, we go way back. We traveled in the circus a little bit together, but I rejoined these two after. Well, no, I just wound up here, and I've been sober. And she looks at her hand, her wrist, for 4 hours and 49 minutes.
Sure.
And then with that, the Duke is like, why would you ever want to be sober? As he finishes his wine glass real quick and he goes to set it on the coffee table in front of him. The butler quickly comes and sweeps up the wine glass, fills it, puts it in his hand, and leaves. But now I would say Quincy's done finding the book that he was looking for, flipping through it, and he can see that it's an older dialect of Giant, not unlike what he's used to reading in Giant. Would he still be in the library, or would he take the book with him at this point?
I'd probably take it with me right now.
Okay. So from there, you're able to enter the common room, and as you go to enter, from the corner of your eye, you see a shadowy figure dart down the staircase.
I take note of that, but being more interested in my book, I walk into the common room, probably lean against some sort of shelving and keep flipping through the book, passively listening to what the Duke might have to say.
Well,
Blythe, I do actually have a couple of questions for you.
Huh?
Yes, so I've gotten to be a lot more interested in history.
Okay.
I've come across a lot of things that I just haven't really been able to find any answers. And it would appear that the universe has brought you to our group at a very opportune time.
Okay.
Well, bards are storytellers, right?
Yeah, I know lots of stories.
I heard growing up that there were bards that were capable of telling stories that they did not previously know using magic.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the same thing. It's probably possible. I'm not able to do it yet, but something that I would like to be able to do.
Before you joined our group, and the whole reason why we put out the wanted posters was because a dear friend of ours passed. And, well, you know the whole story about Zergo. But the thing is that I would actually really enjoy knowing more about Zergo.
Okay.
And I was wondering if at any point in the future you do find yourself able to tell stories that you don't know, perhaps you'd be able to tell us a story or two about our friend. Maybe we can get to understand him a little better. As we learned from the caretaker of the graveyard that he ended up being cremated in, it would appear that a lot of times werewolves are able to come back from deadly situations like his. Even he said that he believed that Zergo would recover even from death, but didn't. I was just curious. but why?
That is a good question.
You know, I kind of chalked it up to the fact that his soul was tired. But the further we get from that situation of mourning, the more I really want to know why. I want to know why he gave up.
Damn. That's
Okay.
heavy, dog.
Well, we're heading towards his tribe, and I carry the jar full of his ashes on my person everywhere we go, and I'm just, I'm starting to realize that maybe I didn't know the man as well as I thought I did.
Yeah, I think while we're journeying, I could look into that.
That would be great. If you ever find out that you need some sort of components or monetary value, let me know, because the thing is that I do actually have a lot of people that I would like to ask similar questions about. It's the tribe that I was once part of. They're all gone now, and I'm curious. I'm curious what these spells, what they're capable of. Because I heard that bards are able to tell fantastical stories based on spells that give them previously unknown knowledge. Maybe there is a chance that there were other survivors. Or maybe it would help give me a little bit of insight on how they felt before their demise. Me and my tribe weren't really on the best of terms before their end, and maybe I'm coming to a point in my life where I would like to know people's true feelings.
Yeah, at the least, I could maybe tell you what happened to all of them.
Oh, no. I know what happened to them. They just arrived a little too late.
So, you all lost a werewolf to 4 trolls?
That's hearsay.
And then Klutzy's like, I didn't know that happened to the Wolfman. I missed that Wolfman. He was a good partier.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So is there anything else that the party would like to do for the rest of the day?
Blythe goes and finds a bed and goes to sleep.
Well, perhaps we should keep exploring the library.
So,
somebody will wake him up when it's nighttime. The master bedroom right there, that's the Duke's room, right?
that is the Duke's room, yes.
I sleep in there.
Klutzy's going to stay around Duke's guys because, he's the one paying everyone. So Norman is going to go to the library, and since Quincy's not helping him, let's get an investigation roll.
Ooh, what's a 24 give me?
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific?
I'm looking for a book on the undead, and of course, like what could possibly match is our target, like our for our job. But also, if there's like any tomes involved around like mechanics, ballistics, anything that Norman, being a gun smuggler, would find interesting. You can't
roll a d12.
It's an 11.
Ooh. Okay. You see Amber Glau's asylum research on ghouls and the catacombs. And then you see let's see, it would be basically how would I put it? It's really just titled A Monster Hunter's Bestiary of on the classifications of vampires.
Alrighty. I'm taking every book that I can.
And you do find an exorcism book as well.
Woo.
It's a 27 book series.
Ah!
Oh,
What?
1,000 pages each.
Oh boy.
These books are pretty hefty, but with him having a natural strength of 16, I'm not even going to make him roll. So he's able to at least set them on the table in the library and begin reading, or he can try moving them to one of the guest bedrooms. Would you be staying in the library, Norman?
I will be, and I'm going to read and read and read as much as I possibly can. I'm just going to bolt my ass to a chair and...
So with this, you're going to have advantage on Arcana rolls, History rolls, and Nature rolls. For advantage on Arcana rolls, History rolls, and Nature rolls for the rest of the night.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep that in my head that I have advantage on these rolls for the rest of the night until, while you're checking in with the rest of the crew, I'll just be here reading.
Okay. Blythe's asleep in the bed. Okay. Quincy, have you decided what you're wanting to do?
Probably looking over the book that I have and letting time pass.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll again.
Nope, that's a 6.
You know what? I should make that with advantage. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's a 17.
And he does actually happen to find the name of a dragon that was in the Southern Pradia area.
Hit me, I'm ready. Got my notes open.
Okay. The dragon bones were imported under the name of Mallory Willow, who at this time period in the recording, she was she was a young adult at least, like much younger than she was back when everybody faced her. So these bones were imported from the west side of Vetterval, where they were buried long ago. And according to what the Giants' research has led to here, they believe that the bones belonged to... I will have Quincy roll a flat D10.
It's a 6.
Belongs to the remains of supposedly a gold dragon. Supposedly this was a female dragon by the name of Nercia.
I've been wanting to know this thing's fucking name for so long. Finally got it. So yeah, Quincy's reading through the book. He finally gets to the point where he finds out the dragon's name. They reference the dragon tons of different times, but never actually say the name until the very end. And then he finally gets the name, Nercia. All right, well, I guess I have a name for you now. As he holds aloft the dragon maul. This weapon's name will be Nercia. And then I would kind of like for him to unknowingly, almost, as he sits there reminiscing about how he came to have this Dragonbone Maul, the adventure he went on with all of his friends, the fact that it was once Zergo's, the fact that it also had the whole crew basically at some point had pieces of this dragon that were important to them and were incorporated into how they do things. Because Quincy's got multiple small bone works. Yeah, Norman's got the horn that makes up Patsy, and so on and so forth. But now he finally knows the name, but he's sitting there reminiscing over the adventures that he's had with the group and with Zergo. And I would like for him to almost unknowingly cast the Find Steed spell and summon a large spectral wolf into the room with him.
Okay. Flying in,
Zergo
phasing through the window. This, I would say actually one better, a dire wolf in size, flies through and lands beside the bed, north of Quincy's position, with his head on the edge of Quincy's bed. And it just...
Quincy, taken aback by the fact that this just happened. Hello, friend. Begins petting its head as it lays there nuzzled up next to me. You look a lot like him. You look a lot like the spirit hound that I saw before we left the village where we had him cremated. I wonder if he'd be okay with me calling you Zergo, just for a little while.